Alright guys, welcome again to this episode of my video. Alright, okay, so what am I here for? Just before I continue, alright, just like I always say, if you know this is your first time in my channel, I want to welcome you and I want to ask, where have you been? Where have you not been seeing my videos? Alright, so I want to thank you for watching, and then if this is your first time, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel and like this video. Everybody should like this video. And also, by end of this video, all right, if you have what to say, the comment section is all yours. Okay, so let me move right into what I have today to say. First off, all right, we all know what brought us here. All right, we know what brought us here, but I'll start first of all with saying this. Okay, we all know this man of God, Dr. Abel Damina. Why is he coming into this particular issue I want to talk about today? All right, the reason why I'm bringing him is because of what he usually do. Okay, before I talk about him, watch this statement he's saying now. Watch this statement first. Watch this statement.
Putting swords. We have not finished dealing with salt. We have not finished dealing with olive oil. We have not finished dealing with bread and adina. They have introduced sword. Abazimbok. When will these people be satisfied with Jesus? Must they have toys? Must they always carry toys? That is the problem with men who do not have revelation knowledge. They can never be satisfied with using articles. We have not finished with bread, radina, olive oil, water, feet washing, blood of sprinkling. We never finish all that one. Now it is sword. Say, come brother, take the sword of the Lord. When you lift it up and you say, oh Lord, unto whom vengeance belongeth, show thyself. Fire will burn from everywhere. May God give you understanding. We have not finished with the other things that they brought to the body. They are adding more things. But that day is over. Even the unbeliever knows that those things are fallacies. They are what?
So the reason why I have to play that video and I want to talk about Dr. Abel Damina first is because this man of God likes doing this thing. Alright, he likes criticizing. I love Dr. Abel Damina. I love his messages. I usually talk about him, you guys know. But he likes criticizing men of God. I think what the Bible tells us is that if you find a brother who is faulty, right, what do you do for such a person? You pray for such a brother. Alright, but I noticed that every time you will be bringing up men of God in his own church and talking about them and what they are doing, which is not what he's supposed to do, because what he's supposed to do is to preach the word of God to his people and not criticize another man of God in his church. That was how he was criticizing Pastor Chris, of how Pastor Chris was using TV and all that and made people, his members, go and burn their TVs. When I heard this story, I could not stop laughing. Alright. And later on, after so many years, the internet now is what everybody is using. The TV now is what everybody is making use of. Alright, even him is now making use of this same television and this same internet to preach his gospel. So, why did he say that the television was demonic as at that time and made people go and burn their television? It is the same thing he's doing now. Now, Bishop Duncan Williams is showing up. Okay, I don't want to, because Duncan Williams is giving people swords, and now look what he's coming to say. He's coming to come and criticize the man for what the man is doing. All right, for what the man is doing. I have something I want to elaborate on that sword issue. That's what bring us here. But this man of God, this thing he likes doing is not nice. All right, if you are his member, I have to say what I have to say. If you don't like me, you still have to like me anyways, because you are watching me right now. Alright, if you guys remember, what he likes doing is not right. If he's going to preach the word of God to his people, let him preach the word of God and not stand in criticizing people. Anyways, that's not what brought us here. Alright, because the issue he spoke about is concerning the sword. That's why I have to bring him here, because he likes doing it. He likes criticizing men of God. Alright, if him as a pastor is doing this, what is his members going to do? Okay, now. All right, my guys. So yeah, I have something that has come that I really need to talk on. We all know the Baphomet, all right, and the Baphomet is related to the devil. Am I correct? You can see his picture right here, and there's a kind of a connection where I want to explain something for you to understand. Okay, because I got this video. This video has been flying over in the internet, but I find this one really very interesting that I need to talk on. Okay, all right. So I'll start first of all by talking about why does Bishop Duncan William give people this word. All right, in his speech, one of his speech, I heard him say that the reason he gives sword is because it's the sword of God. It's the sword of God. All right. You know, the Bible let us know that our mouth, our tongue is a two-edged sword. See, that means the word of God in our mouth is what brings out this word, but he's bringing out the physical sword and calling it the sword of God to give to people. Okay, so I want to show you a video first of all of him giving people these words. Hear what he's going to say. Even if you have watched this video, but because of the analysis I want to bring on, all right, just hear what he asked, what he's saying in his speech, all right, when he's giving people this word. Watch this. Watch this.
Et je lui donne cette nouvelle épée.
On the 30th anniversary of your ministry.
Lors du 30e anniversaire du ministère.
To say to Bishop.
Pour dire à l'évêque.
The next 30 years of ministry.
Les 30 prochaines années de ministère.
Will require a new sword.
Vont demander une nouvelle épée.
For new challenges.
Pour de nouveaux challenges.
Require new strategies.
Ça demande une nouvelle stratégie.
New heights.
Une nouvelle hauteur.
New heights.
Une nouvelle hauteur.
Provoke new devils.
Provoque de nouveaux démons.
And I'm giving you this new sword.
Et je te donne cette nouvelle épée.
That going forward.
Pour que en progressant.
From now to the coming of the Lord.
À partir de maintenant jusqu'à la venue du Seigneur.
Don't lack and don't want.
De manque de rien.
For any new thing.
De rien de nouveau.
That for every battle you face henceforth.
That's just one of the many things he says to these people that he gives the swords to. He gives to pastors, politicians, this particular sword. So there's a sign in the Baphomet, all right, that is also related to the sword. Okay, people say it's also related to the sword. I saw someone talk about it, that's why I'm bringing it up. It says somehow related to the sword. So I want you to look at these two things right now. Look at the sword and look at the Baphomet, the sign on his forehead, so you understand what I am trying to say here. All right, but like I was telling you, all right, before he gives people this word, before he gives them, look at the prayers he prays for them before he gives them. So the person that brought this particular idea for me to see, all right, that's why I'm bringing it so that people can not also misquote it. If you look at the sign in that Baphomet and the sword, you see that there's a difference in it. The difference in it, because automatically people were already saying that Bishop William Duncan is is an occultic man, especially when he does this is horn stuff. All right, just watch this. Just watch this. See when he's doing this particular one, because
to be president.
Qu'il soit président
Of your nation.
de ta nation.
you can imagine that it's already looking like a ritual or something. All right, already Bishop Duncan William has made it known that his father was a very a very powerful, person in terms of the other side, not Christianity. All right, and he talked about it that his father was a very powerful Freemason. Okay, but that doesn't mean that Bishop is also a Freemason because his father was. All right, this is a powerful man of God we are talking about. Okay, so the aspect of this video was basically on this Baphomet. Okay, so that sign that you are seeing on the Baphomet and the sign you see on the knife, you notice that is a clear difference between those two things. Okay, see Bishop giving people those swords, it doesn't really mean that he's initiating all these pastors into an occultic group. All right, it's just like, for example, now if you are having a birthday, all right, if you have a birthday celebration, don't people bring you gifts? As they bring you gifts, right, they offer prayers, all right, to you, all right, for your next level of life. That's the same thing. Even if you have any celebration, people come with gifts, giving you and also wishing you for a next level of celebration. That's what I think Bishop William Duncan is actually doing here. All right, because he's not initiating people into an occultic group. Why? Because I have already differentiated to you the clear difference between the Baphomet and the sword that he's holding. All right, that means that sword does not have anything to relate with the devil. I don't know if you get it, because if it does, at least, because let me tell you one thing about the devil, right? Right now, the devil doesn't, the same way that we push out Christianity is the same way the devil pushes out himself. If it is related somehow, one of the things related to the devil would have been marked out in one of those things. All right, I hear what I'm saying now. So the devil is not just sleeping and we expect his own thing, he will be hiding and be doing it. No, you guys imagine right now people are already saying the devil physically, like proclaiming the devil physically now. So the devil knows what he's doing. The same way we are also preaching the gospel is the same way they are preaching the devil. Okay, so if that actually was related with this difference I've given you between the sword and the Baphomet, you would have understand what I'm saying here. All right, so when you see Bishop William Duncan giving people this sword as a sign of an appreciation for their next level of life, he offers prayers. All right, he offers prayers. All right, and even I played a video for you. He had one of the prayers he was praying. So it doesn't have anything to do with it. It doesn't have anything to do with the Baphomet. All right, so there's a clear difference in those two things between those men of God. All right, between the Baphomet and Bishop Duncan William. And as at a point, Bishop Duncan William, he gave a testimony. All right, he gave a testimony of how he was facing real challenges. I'm sure many of you watched that, or you were there in that meeting where he talked about even committing suicide before he was being invited to come and officiate a particular program that he had. So this is already telling you that this man of God faces challenges too. All right, but it was through that program that he was invited that uplifted him. All right, and based on the video, there are certain videos I would love to show you too. I would love to show you too, but since I don't want to contradict issue in this particular video of mine, all right, he even talked about the fact that he orders this sword. All right, this is not so he orders it, and if you check on Amazon, you can equally order the same sword if you need one. All right, so don't talk against men of God like this. There's a clear difference between those two, and that particular sign issue was what wasn't so clear with people. People were still thinking that that sign issue was related to the devil, but I've clearly indicated now that it is different from the Baphomet and the devil. Alright guys, so I want to especially thank you once again for staying with me in this particular video. I trust you loved the video and you understood something and I said something that inspired you. Alright, so I'd like you to drop a comment if you want to say something. Okay, and I'll see you in my next video. Oh, please, before I go, don't forget, go ahead and also watch some of my previous videos. Alright, you'll get inspired by some of the things that I've been sharing so far. And for the newcomers that are just coming into my channel newly, I want to welcome you especially, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you.